Well, that's that sorted. Paragon or Krasno's Demonia. As it's not marked on my map, I'm just going to go to Otradno first and speak to him. Kovalev, that is. Because it's not my quest log, so it's best that I follow it up just in case. Hell was that? Was that the sound of the TV sorting itself out? No. Alright, where's Kovalev? Here we are. You see the former head of village Kovalev. He's sitting at the table with a bottle of liquor, a glass, and some simple food. Seeing you, he livens up right away. How's it going, friend? Did you manage to find the car? You should go out more. There she stands, a beauty. I need a lot of work, though. Look for yourself. Oh my, thank you so much. I'll check it out right away. You go do that, Kovalev. And where is the car, even? Ah! Good lord, it's going to need a lot of work. Ah, they brought the cinder blocks with them as well when they dropped the car off. Wow, would you look at that? That's no car, that's gold. Pure gold, my friend. Yeah, it definitely looks pure gold. It's more red colour to me, though, to be fair. Kovalev's running around the car, looking it over from all angles. There's a real spring in his step. What a beauty. The colour's all wrong, but still, this is a real car. Well, mostly. Let's make a closer inspection. Body rusting off the frame, the engine looks like it was smashed, wires chewed through by rodents, the upholstery's also seen better days. It will take a whole lot of work to fix this thing, but it's not impossible, especially with a resourceful fellow like you around. Let's see what I'll need to get the engine started. Wait to see what happens. The former head of the village looks the car over. You know what, it's not that bad. Gonna have to scrape away some of this rust, fashion some parts by hand, and the starter and carburetor both need to be replaced. I'll also need a ton of scrap metal and wires, about 20 kilos of scrap and 8 lengths of wire. I think only you can get those 2 items for us. Well, I'll find such items. I won't find them in any store. I know a trader in Krasno's Pneumonia. He was a factory mechanic before the war. His henchmen gather car parts from all over the wasteland. He lives in the city hotel under lock and key and armed guard because he has a lot of enemies. If you care to visit him, his name is Dmitry Artemyev. The old man wrinkles his nose as if remembering something nasty. You can tell him that Detective Kovalev sends his regards, but I doubt that will make a good impression. You could also ask among the scavengers, although I don't think they will have the right parts. Comrade Kovalev, obviously there's a story about this Artemyev. Kovalev looks into your eyes and then turns away. Seems he suddenly lost his iron spine, the organ that kept him standing proud and tall in this terrible world. He's a reminder of a failure from long ago. I was a detective with the People's Militia. We were chasing after a gang of car thieves who disassembled their stolen stock and sold the parts and scrap. Just before the war, all the factories were working to supply the army. Times were rough. Everything was dedicated to the war effort, even though some people were starving. That was when we first heard about cars being stolen. We increased our patrols and sent undercover operatives to check it out. We assembled a civilian militia from some willing volunteers and had them watch in places with a lot of parked cars. Finally, we found out a small gang of car thieves was operating in town. Artemyev was his leader. Kovalev goes silent for a moment and stretches his back and continues. He was thought to be a good man, a true communist, a local factory mechanic who knew his craft, but when the war started it turned out he wasn't interested in making an honest living. He faked sickness to avoid conscription, gathered a bunch of his deadbeat pals and started stealing from honest folks. The cars he stole were broken up for spare parts on the black market. The business filled his pockets with precious cash. In time, the gang became savage. They attacked a truck carrying tractor motors. So did you get him in the end, Kovalev? That I did. We knew in advance that he was planning to steal a massive gas tank from the railway station. We planted an ambush and caught this gang red-handed, but then Artemyev started shooting at us. Who knew he would stoop that low? The operation was top secret, so the population was not warned. There was a crowd of people on the platform, just honest folks waiting for the train. It took one bullet striking that gas tank and then a spark, explosion, panic, citizens running every which way. 8 good people lost their lives that day. We caught Artemyev at the scene. My men wanted to kill him there and then, right on their tracks along with his gang. but we put him in prison instead. He was awaiting his sentence when he was saved by the very same thing that destroyed our world, the bomb. He escaped during the panic, and I settled here and built our Threadno. Life went on. What a story. Yeah, it's interesting. You think he can help us? Comrade Kovalev shrugs. Maybe so. A lot of time has passed, but it's up to you whether or not you mention my name to Artemyev. You might have better chance of success if you don't. Okay, let's look through my junk. I might have something you need. Sure, let me see what you've got. Well, I don't really have anything on me, so let's get a move on. So scrap and wires. They actually list it. Uh, 17 scraps of metal and 8 wires. Okay. Oh shit, I need to get my car. Okay then, I'm gonna head back to Krasnoye and do the missions I've got there. Oh god, watch out for the buildings. Hopefully I can also trade some stuff as well. Back to Krasnoye then. Alright, so the head electrician. I can actually get into the bunker now, which is a good thing. I'm going to see whether I can speak to that guy, Artemyev. So, seeing this, I might as well when I'm here. And then checking the underbelly as well before I forget. Right, into the catacombs. See if there's anyone I can speak to. Maybe Fade? You again, kid. What, you here for a drink, huh? I'm looking for the pals of Shishak, a small-time gangster. Ever served one of those? The barkeep pouts and scratches his beard. Shishak. I think I heard that name before. It's right there in my memory, you know, but for some mysterious reason I simply cannot recall it. Now why'd that be? A typical bandit trick. This guy's pretending he does not remember to get the bribe from you. Look, Hugo, you really want that info? If so, I'm afraid you'll have to pay up. I know how this shit works. Here's 100 rubles. The barkeep looks at the money with confusion, but pockets it anyway. Well, thank you kindly, I guess. My mum's birthday's coming up soon, so I thought I could get her some dog teeth on the string. Looks like it's going to be human teeth now. However, I wasn't actually asking for a bribe, but that's why he gave this to me. I really can't remember. Hold on. Shishak. For God's sake. The fat man continues scratching his chin. Ay caramba. A legendary idiot. Quietly wait for the man to finish thinking. I'll give some medical advice to the forgetful man. You remember a weird folk solution to the problem of memory loss, but the barkeep only shakes his head sadly as he hears the recipe you give him. No, I'm not putting toilet cabbage on my forehead, buddy. I'm allergic. Plus, I bet this recipe will work even worse than to give me a bribe. No, pal. Only time can help you remember that Tessak character you asked me about, so calm your tits and wait for a sec. Who the hell's Tessak? I was asking you about Shishak. A few minutes pass before the barkeep claps his hands and screams. Wait, hold on. That's exactly the thing that Shishak did to me. He just, like, made me wait for ages before he actually did anything with me. That's so meta. I remembered. Not Shishak, not Tessak, it's even Shashlik. The guy you're looking for is Boklak. Alexei Boklak, the one who calls himself Alucard. He's right here in the sewers, mucking about with his pals, unless she finally found someone who offered them. When you see a gypsum goat statue, look around, you'll find both him and his buddies. Fidel slaps himself on the face and sighs loudly. Huh, what? Wouldn't you know, it seems like the forgetful hero of Marshak's old poem, the clumsy man from Bassiena Street, turned into a real person, a barkeep in the smelly underground of Krasnoye 6 terrible decades after his birth on the pages of a book. Why the big reaction? I was asking you about Shishak. Who? No, I don't know anyone named Shishak. Sorry, dude. You bitch. Well, I didn't kill my time for nothing. Pain in my ass. So useless then. Upon noticing you, or even sensing you nearby, he looks at you as if silently inquiring something. Hey, has a dude by the name of Shishak ever ventured into your lair here? Maybe some of his friends? The trader wrinkles his forehead as if thinking very, very hard. He looks almost angry when he's like that, but he's simply pondering the question without any hostility. Finally, he shakes his head sideways. I know of you speak of, but no, he didn't visit this place, although... No, forget about it. Come on, buddy, you can tell me anything. Damn. Well, see, when I was visited by a Mathia guy from the ship in Upper Krasnostamoyna, he bought a hell of a lot of used weaponry and told me if there'll be ships at the factory. Dan's factory, I suppose. But why? No idea. Let's get back to trading, okay? Fine. What do you have in stock? Let's actually see. Does he have it? No, not really. 499. Might as well get rid of some of the crap I don't need. Might be worth speaking or seeing whether I can get in touch with the gangsters. I'm in the right place, yeah. I don't think I will be able to, but maybe I could do something else with this information I've just got. Oh, you again. Listen, it's like I told you, this place is for local gangs to meet up, no strangers allowed. Maybe you heard of someone named Shishak? Shishak, huh? A familiar name to be sure. Yeah, you know what? Come in and talk to Bloody Valera about this. He's there with his mate. You can't miss him. Is that easy? After saying so, the guard lets you pass. I'm gonna do just that. Thanks for letting me through. Well, that's what I was thinking. There's a lot of random dudes in here. Gonna get to the chief if the guys let you. Bored tattooed thug shuffles the deck of playing cards deftly and speaks quietly to his pals, who look like criminals. As you come closer, he raises an eye at you and then lowers them back to the deck of cards in his sinewy hands. Oh, what brought you here? Just wanted to ask a couple of questions. Well, you seem to be a decent person. Fire away. That's an odd response from a criminal, but okay. Tell me about Krasnostamoyna. City of rich Freyas. I like it. You can make money or you can take a rest. The police will turn a blind eye to you if you grease their palm. Everything's done properly if you ask me. And what can you tell me about yourself? My name's Viper. Before accepting responsibilities as a local whoremonger, I was a highwayman, assaulting caravans and merchants. That's my life story in a nutshell. Had any interesting rumours? I've heard that one guy here in the city, Artemyev is his name, has his spies everywhere. He even has a stool pigeon in Otradno. No idea why. Probably wants to keep abreast with the events in the world. Sounds like Artemyev might be interesting to speak to. Have you heard any what will you tell me about your friends? Why would I tell you anything if they're right here in front of you? Ask them yourself. I'll do just that. Before you stands a brutish man. He's muscular, naked, covered with prison tattoos. In his veiny hands he clasps a huge hatchet. He's taking swings at the air from time to time. When he notices you, his face turns grim. What do you want? Talk quickly. I am interested. I'm just interested. By the way, do you know anything about the man they call Shishak? The man starts waving his hatchet around and sticks it into a heavy one table. Shishak, you from Den? What difference does that make to you? Asked again. I wonder whether he's going to attack me if I say yes. Yeah, kinda. Why? Fucking balls. I knew something like that was bound to happen. You need to talk to the chief. Know what? Here's my buddy sitting over here wearing a cap. He wanted something done. Help him out and we know you're our guy. Then we'll let you have a chat with the chief. Good. What else is there to do? Nothing really. Chat to Gosha tete-a-tete and you'll have your answers. Bandit wearing a cat winks at you. We'll see. Gosha, there's need for a conversation. Don't mess around with him. I thought I could ask him a couple of other questions. So Gosha it is then. A sturdy man in his 40s clears his throat and demonstrates a wry smile. Despite his friendly manners, his ring tattoos, the way he holds a cigarette and spits between his teeth leave no place for doubt. You're talking to a seasoned gangster. Hey there, who sent you? You have some business with me or just loaf around? I'm one of the grey folk, life to thieves, death to cops. The man claps his hands loudly and quacks merrily, which earns him angry looks from his partners in crime. Not bad. Speak the devil. Come here, sit down, pal. I have some business for you. Look, do you know a man named Shishak? The man casts a quick look at his friends, who cover their mouths with their hands and shake their heads. Shishak? Nope, don't remember anyone by this name, but perhaps my mates do. And what do you want to discuss with me? The man casts a quick look at the sturdy guy at the top of the table. He gives a barely perceptible nod to you and your companion and moves closer to you. You sense the smell of alcohol coming from him. So look, I got fed up with lying low in cheap huts after assaulting the caravan, so by the end of my career I've turned into a money man, got me? Well, I'll lend money to people at interest. Everything's nice and honest. My policy goes like this. If you return the money on time, we had no problem with you. Go in peace, man. If not, my guys make sure you disappear. Otherwise it's bad for our reputation, for our business. One of these days, the guys and I, we sat well into midnight thinking this thing over. What if we find a mediator, a negotiator, to talk to my debtors before I let my guys loose on them? Then we won't have to kill that often, and this might even make me look better among Freyas. What will you say? I'll give you my debt list, so to speak, and you can talk to them. If you persuade them to return the money, they'll live, and you'll get a certain reward. If not, we'll whack him, like the good old times. I think I could pull it off easily. Delightful. Now listen, my debtors are, the first is a card sharp, Brinsalov, owes me 5 grand, is addicted to slot machines and hangs out at the casino. Second is Katerina Mavrova, a business lady who constantly besieges the Chamber of Commerce to receive yet another certificate. She has to pay 7 grand. Third one's an idiot, Simeon Lapushkin, who slaves away at the local power plant. He has a wife and child in some godforsaken village to feed, so he's come here for work. He helped him out while he was getting his bearings, but he's not too eager to return the money. 3,000. You have 3 days to make him see reason. Just 3 days. If they don't see the money by the end of these 3 days, I'll deal with them my way. Great. I'll let you know when I've talked to them. Let's change subject. Do you answer a couple of questions? No props, Joe. Who are you? Can you tell me about yourself? My name's Grosha. Grosha the Wild, which is a very well-deserved nickname. There was a time in my life when a bigger part of the North feared me. Now I work as a money man, but I live a decent life like any thief should. And what goes on in the city? What goes on? Our boys work, communists thrive, the government's corrupted, cops go rogue, just like before the war. Sounds like poetry. What do you have to earn your living? What do you do to earn your living in the city? I'm a money man. I lend money to Freyas. And could you tell me any rumors? Aren't you Brazen, calling an old thief a gossiper? You could pay dearly for this. Whatever, tough guy. Better go then. Alright, so it shouldn't be too difficult to persuade them, I guess. I don't really want to get in the habit of paying for them, seeing as they kind of dug their own graves in this matter. But I do have a lot of money, like. Might as well just actually amalgamate it onto one. Slightly less now that I bought that helmet, but I still have, yeah, 24,000, so that's a lot comparatively. Fidel, you get a decent helmet. Hexagen, you get a better helmet than the one you've got. I think it's better, right? 15, 3 damage rush, a little. The problem's the dodge, but oh well. Let's talk to the card chart first. Is it you or... Oh no, Prince of Love. The man in front of you feeds coins to the slot machine vehemently and puffs on the cigarette mercilessly. He seems totally absorbed by this, so it's no surprise it takes him some time to register you there. Man, don't stand in the way of sharp card, Prince of Love. I'm waiting for my big win. I see. I'm here to talk to you about your debts. The man swallows a lump in his throat and finally switches his attention to you. Debts? I'll win my money back soon, and I'll pay it all back. Honestly, I have a plan. You'll never win it back, mate, so pay now and go in peace. It's not an easy job making an obsessed gambler see reason, but your long training has yielded its result. Prince Solov's eyes finally flash with understanding. You really think so? Think I'll never have my big win? I am absolutely sure. The man shivers and finally heaves a sigh. Oh, what can you do? Okay, I've already pledged my rifle and my country house, everything. I have more to pay you, and the rest, I'll win it from these machines. The man looks around nervously, extracts a bundle of crumpled bills from his bosom, sighs sadly and gives it to you. Here, give this money to the gangster. Wise decision. Poor guy. A hell of an addiction to have. At least, like, alcohol addiction and stuff like that, I guess, has effects, whereas gambling addiction, yeah, you can win big, but the chance that you're going to do so is, you know, the odds are never in your favor. Who else we got? Lapushkin works on the power plant, and the woman at the Chamber of Commerce who needs those certificates. Oh yeah, Thaddeus, have you actually done anything else? Nope. Alright. It's not you. Is it? No, it's not you, isn't it? No. It's you. No. Was it Ella Rogova? No, Katerina Mavrova. There we go. Ah, yeah, that was the woman who's like, oh, I'm going to get in there one day talking about stuff. As she sees you, she's rooted to the spot. You again. Time is money. What do you want? Tell me what this power document says. Alright, so, I was wondering what... No, I'm thinking of someone else. I need the money you owe the gang to finish it, that's all. Woman's eyes turn around. This shit again. Look, when our common friend said I have 60 days, I told them then and there that I didn't agree to such a ridiculous deadline. In a year when his pathetic thousands turn into 500,000, I'll gladly pay him back, but not now. It's not my fault he wasn't listening when I told him that. Sister, what will happen to all of us in a year? Think of it. It's stupid. Pay him now. Apparently your words have reached this business lady's cold, calculating heart. I obviously wouldn't go to the trouble of obtaining all these certificates if I plan to flee from Krasno's pneumonia soon, but I can understand my creditor's concern. From the business point of view, unscrupulous dealings are all too often these times. Okay, my first shipment will be far less than I planned, but take this money and bring them back to the wild. I'm very glad you've seen the light, even though it's taken you some time. Bye. I'm tempted now. Should I go into the place? What else do I have to do? Speak to Simon Lapushkin and Artemiev. Got quite a lot to do in Krasno's pneumonia actually, and I've also got the one to hand in at the water filter. Yeah, water filter to hand in over here. Might as well do that now actually. So whilst I'm doing it. I hope the quest doesn't glitch because it's still reading that Mushroom Corner wants to. It may be found in a charming place called the Death Tunnel, so I'm not sure. It hasn't updated, it seems. Ariadna. Ariadna's busy with something important. You don't quite understand what it is, but it seems extremely serious. As she sees you, she smiles and nods. Well, well, well. How's the search for the water filter going? It's done. I have the filter you need. No way. You found the filter? That's great. Give it to me. Here you are. Ariadna takes the filter and examines it carefully. Then, with a happy smile, she places it in an inconspicuous drawer in the wall. Wonderful. You can't imagine how much you've helped mankind. If we can start producing these tools ourselves, life will get easier for people everywhere. Glad to be of service. Ariadna strokes her chin and lapses into thought. The next task will be much harder, both from the moral point of view and the skills you need to complete it. I'll start from the beginning, as it's a very sensitive issue. You've had enough time to see that the mycelium is no danger to anyone, isn't plotting against anyone, isn't in anyone's way. You understand that now, don't you? I was wondering whether they'd actually sent me for the nuke stuff, and they were hoping I'd do something with them there, but apparently not. I can see in your eyes that you do, otherwise you'd have left long ago. No one's keeping you here against your will. And yet, despite our totally unaggressive attitude, we have enemies. Ariadna clenches her fists and turns away slightly to hide her contempt. Now we're coming to the sore spot. They are enemies of progress, villains and heretics who make it their sacred duty to throw a wrench in our wheels wherever they have the chance, in every project, every social initiative. Heretics? Since we are scientists rather than gangsters, we choose to ignore these pathetic, narrow-minded people, but some of them refuse to be ignored. Take, for example, the wealthy merchant, Vadim Nikodimich Pavliuk. At every governmental meeting, he does his best to upset our plans. He urges other members of the Chamber of Commerce to vote for yet another inspection of our society, or to close us down altogether, or to recognise us as a terrorist group. He has a vivid imagination, albeit a bit warped, and this makes him very dangerous, both to us and to the ordinary people we're trying to help. The merchant must be made to see reason, to think about his sinning. I'm not talking about killing or mangling him, mind you. That is what terrorists and gangsters do. We simply want to send him a message. In his chambers below the Chamber of Vadim Nikodimich keeps a pet pig. Apparently he values the pig's lives far more than the lives of wastelanders or science. Exterminate this ridiculous pet of his and leave a note by its corpse. What happens then depends on not on us but upon Comrade Pavliuk's common sense. Wait. You mean I have to kill the piglet? The task is a bit unconventional, I grant you that, but I have to admit it's better than killing the man himself. You have connections in the Chamber of Commerce, says Bunker. Ariadna's eyes flash mischievously. We have connections in many places. And why does he keep a pig as a pet? I don't know. Apparently he's very attached to the animal, but not so much, I think, as to place the pet's life above his own. Okay, if that's what needs to be done, I agree. Splendid. Now go to the bunker under the Chamber of Commerce, find the porker, and, well, you know the rest. Here's the note. Ariadna gives you the note to place by the pig's corpse, an innocent animal who's done nothing to deserve such a terrible end. Okay, I've had to go then. Thanks for making me feel even worse, game, about this decision. The pig is simply a warning. Any enemy of progress will meet such demise. Please think about it, your friends. I'm going to speak to him. I don't want to kill this pig just randomly. God, these guys are weird.